What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday, your Monday edition of Auto Auction Flips, brought to you by AutoAuctions.io, the website where you can find the true history of the salvage car that you're looking at spending your hard-earned money on. So there will be a direct link in the description as well as in the comment section pinned, so you can sign up for AutoAuctions.io so you can look at this information for yourself. And it also works out great if you're just shopping, window shopping, and you're trying to get an idea of what some of these cars are actually selling for. You can use AutoAuctions.io to find out what the previous selling prices were of those vehicles, and it'll even show you similar vehicles to what you are looking at and the prices they went for. So we're going to start. This is going to be mostly a bigger truck series, but I'm going to give you one 2015 Mercedes-Benz S550 that sold 9 months ago in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Let's take a look at the pictures here. All right, honestly, damage doesn't look that bad, but if it totaled it, the damage must have been pretty bad. There must be a lot more underneath that we're not seeing. Now, they don't give clear pictures of the top airbags, but I'd bet that the side airbags are fine. Looks like it only blew the driver airbag. 26,000 miles on the clock. Does not run and drive. Does not start, but it does have keys. Sold for $23,100. We've got quite an extensive sales history here. If you look at this, 9 months ago, 4 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago, a month ago, a month ago. So this thing's been floating around a little bit. Estimated repair cost $46,000. Okay. All right. So doesn't look bad. I mean, believe me, I've seen worse. Now let's look up here. Now we have the same vehicle, which looks like someone put it back together. It looks good. Man, that is a beautiful car, isn't it? Yeah, that's a beautiful car. All right, so now it runs and drives. It starts. It has keys. $32,250 is what it sold for. January 9th of 2019 in North Hollywood, California. Now the estimated retail value is $67,252. Before it was in the 50s. So yeah, you got to watch that estimated retail value because that number seems to jump around significantly from auction to auction. Same car, different auction, price seems to go up, go down. You never know. So watch out for that. Look at the pictures here again. It's clean. I mean, what else can I say? The back looks good, but I mean, you really, when you see the original pictures, you've got to be concerned that there's the possibility they may have just thrown a bumper cover on it. All that damage could still be back there. It may need a total repair. But again, that's why before you go spending $32,000, you jump in here and use my link for AutoAuctions.io. Next, we've got a 2017 Ford F-250. We're getting into the bigger trucks now. Sold, let's see, originally insurance company, and that was 5 months ago in Oklahoma City, my hometown, for $24,200. And then it sold again 4 months ago in Oklahoma City from a third party for $23,500. So obviously the person that bought it was not happy with it. They took a loss. And then it sold again 2 months ago in St. Louis, Illinois. Yes, there is a St. Louis, Illinois. I know. So this is interesting. This is another one of those cases where it's been bounced around. Now, normally you'll see it bounce around from the insurance company, not from a third party. So somehow this thing ended up in Illinois. And now look at the price difference. The insurance company came out on top at $24,250. The third party took a hit at $23,500, and then again took a real hit at $16,500. So this is one I'd be like, nah, not even interested in. I don't care what the pictures look like. This is not something I would be interested in buying. Now that I've seen what kind of a loss people are taking on it, I'm not going to be that guy. All right, let's have a closer look. So definitely a lot of side damage, front damage. So you got a hit pretty much taking up the whole driver's side of the truck. Hey, but the passenger side looks good. Lots of bags blown. 22,000 miles. Yeah, there must just be more to this than what you can see because the damage, the damage is pretty bad. Look at this. The cab is smashed. So the cab's damaged, the bed's damaged, doors damaged, running board's damaged, the front end is totally damaged, so you're going to need the fender, probably the hood, the hinges, the bumper, and there may be frame damage under there. So anyway, it's listed here, not running, not driving, but it does have keys, sold for $24,250. Damage is all over. 22,723 miles, got the 6.7 liter diesel, 6-speed automatic with 4-wheel drive. All right, let's back out of here and let's take a look at what the third party has. See if they did anything to it. No, they didn't do anything. Nothing at all. Other than now it runs and drives, starts, has keys, whereas before it did not run and drive. So now it's listed as a runner. This is really interesting. So they didn't do anything to the truck. Nothing. They did nothing to the truck. But down here, when it was listed as a non-runner, yeah, doesn't run, doesn't drive. The insurance company got more for it than the guy that bought it and turned it into a running and driving car. And then 2 months ago, let's take a look at it again. Okay, they... Hold on now. All right. So they did not fix the front end at all, but look, the running board is fixed. So I guarantee what they did is they straightened out the running board. The door, it looks like they may have replaced the door. And it looks like they tucked the airbags. I can't tell if they replaced that door or not. I'm thinking that may be the original door. Let's go back and have a look and see in the original photos. Yeah, that's the original door. That's the original door. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this truck has just been bounced from person to person and nothing has been done to it at all. It's just an example of another one that I'd stay away from. There's a reason. Now let's look at a 2008 Freightliner Sprinter 3. Now, the Sprinter is typically a commercial cargo vehicle, but in some cases they do turn them into these Winnebago-looking camper vans. So here we've got an 08 Freightliner Sprinter 3 with normal wear, normal damage, runs and drives, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Let's have a look at it. That's actually really nice. 65,000 miles. Hell, I could live in that. Nice. Illinois certificate. The Illinois certificate of title. Fort Wayne, Indiana. 3.0 liter, 6-cylinder diesel. All right, that's clean. That's clean. Let's click back on this. And let's go up here. It sold again in Tanner, Alabama for the same price. That's interesting. This looks like an what Copart calls an off-site sale. They have those where you can just sell the vehicle out of your location. Okay, so I thought there would be something interesting or cool about this one. Unfortunately, let's see the full history here. No, nothing really interesting about this one, other than it's a cool little camper. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in the video anyway. Some of you might want to see it. And here's what I'm talking about. Where you look down at comparable vehicles down here at the bottom, it'll show you what some of these other Sprinters have gone for, so you can get a better idea of, what to expect to pay. All right, last but not least, this one, insurance company, obviously wrecked, $25,500. And then 2 months later, in Hollywood, California, $25,500 after it's repaired. And then again, in North Hollywood, $18,500. Ouch. Let's start with the original photos. Let's see how bad this thing is. Oh, man. Okay, this is real bad. It took a pretty good hit to the front and the back. Yeah, it took a real good hit to the back. All right. Well, it looks like the interior is just trashed on it as well. Man, doesn't run, doesn't drive, doesn't start, none of that. Salvage title, 8,700 miles on the odometer. Sold from the insurance company in San Diego, California, October 26th of 2018. Now we get a third party involved who apparently put it back together. No, they did not. They did not. Oh man. Okay, so here's what the third party did. They put a bumper on it, right? They made the front end look pretty. They probably just patched it. This is one that I guarantee you the damage under the front end is still there. They just rigged up the front end, and they did absolutely nothing to the back of this vehicle. And the back of the vehicle, I can guarantee you, is why it was totaled. That's real bad. That's a real bad hit. So now it does run. Now it drives. But again, you can see the stuff thrown all around the interior. This was a quick patchwork job on the front. I'm not sure why you would bother putting a front end on it when the back end of this thing is trashed. I mean, I guess the back end can unbolt from the frame and you could use it for something else, assuming that the frame isn't tweaked. So maybe that's why they did it. Someone can comment below. Is this like a semi or something, where like not the cab, but the rear section can be unbolted from the frame, and you could use it as a flatbed, or you could put a box truck on it, turn it into a regular van, another party bus, whatever. I don't know the specifics on that, so I'll leave that to some of you to comment below. Maybe you know something about the 2016 Ram Promaster 3500. Okay. Here it is again, 18.5. Title to be obtained. And again, it's exactly the same. There's nothing changed. This thing doesn't even look like it's moved. I think it's still sitting in the exact same place. Seller declined 25.5, and it ended up going for 18.5. Wow. Why is that? This is the stuff that makes me just... It's sketchy. It's sketchy. Look down here. Seller declined 31,000. And then they declined 23,000, and then they declined 25,000, but they sold it for 18.5. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on, let's look at the full history here. A month ago was this listing, sold for 18.5. Lot added. Okay, so it's still here. It's still here. That's a current lot number, and it looks like it's in a pre-bid at 10.6. Seller declined 27,000, 28,000, 28,000. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they be declining these bids, but they let it go for 18.5? I don't get it. I don't get it. We're just gonna chalk this up to confusion, I guess. I don't know. I got to get out of here. I got to work on that Corvette. I'd like to give a big shout out to Nick over at autoauctions.io for sending us this. This is a great website, people. If you're thinking about spending your hard-earned money on a salvage car, maybe one that looks like it's been rebuilt, I'm telling you, you really need to enter the VIN number or the current lot number. I recommend the VIN number. Personally, I recommend using the VIN number every time. I think you get a better result that way. But seriously, people, before you go dumping your money into something that looks like it may be a beauty queen, you really need to run that number through here. Run that VIN number and find out what your vehicle's history was before you decided to bid on it. Do this before you bid. Do this before you bid. Save yourself thousands of dollars. You can see some of these people take a big loss. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Link is in the description. Link is pinned in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you very soon, hopefully with a Corvette video in the next one.